Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call Live from Green Brain Comics. And good morning, ladies, gentlemen, folks of all stripe. Welcome to our weekly Last Call Live, where I talk about all things upcoming in the world of comics and graphic novels. I am your host, Dan Merritt, and I'm here today to share this list of upcoming books and give you one final chance to place your requests before our final order deadline. Every week we have one last chance to modify our final order numbers on the comics and graphic novels that are going to print now and arriving in about 3 weeks. Put that over there. Where am I? Yeah. Last Call Live is broadcast live from Studio G version 5.0 in East Downtown Dearborn. Welcome to Last Call Live. Green Brain Comics and Last Call Live are powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com. Mobile apps available for Android and iPhone. Start up an account online or sync up to your existing account. Order and pay securely online and make sure you never miss an issue. Well, I've got a big head in that one. Let's go back here. So I will be using Comichub today to show you items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders carousel. Let's see, once we get past this sign-on page here, where am I? There I am. We will go to... after the sign-on page, we will go to the Shop Coming Soon page, and in that we will see these carousels. On the top of this page, we have the current search carousel. This consists of basically all the new catalogs that are loaded up in the system for March. This is all filed alphabetically, and you can scroll through, or you can view it full page. Under that carousel is the Last Call for Confirmed Orders. That is the carousel that we will be focusing on today. Under that is a publisher recommended carousel. This is previews of these fine comics brought to you by the publishers and in cooperation with Comichub. This will take you right to the items. These items have like 3 to 6 page previews. Interesting way to look into the book. And you get that all through your browser. And below that we have next Wednesday's items. That carousel is all of the invoices for this coming Wednesday. That is March 22nd. Okay, let's go back up to the Last Call for Confirmed Orders. And let's see, the first thing we will look at today in our segments is Last Call for Younger Readers. There I am. Yeah, let's open that up. Cool. Archie Jumbo Comics Digest 339. This features a cover by classic Archie artist Dan Parent, and will ship on April 12th with a cover price of $9.99. Also from Random House Graphics, we get the Marshmallow Martians graphic novel Volume 1, Show and Smell. This is by Deanna Kent with art by Neil Hoosen. And finally, in Last Call for younger readers, we do have a #1 of a 5-issue miniseries from Tokyo Pop. This is Nightmare Before Christmas Battle for the Pumpkin King #1. This is a 5-issue miniseries by creators that are not listed here, but they sure look Tim Burton-like. Comichub also uses this window for a zoom-in preview for these good quality graphics. This Nightmare Before Christmas Battle for the Pumpkin King #1 will exist on May 3rd. That's the Wednesday before Free Comic Book Day. And that is $4.99. Next up, oh wow, I'm already on to the next segment. Next up is Last Call for special items, jump-on points, epic conclusions, or just interesting stuff that is worth spotlighting on Last Call for special items. Yeah, let's look at that. So first up in Last Call for special items is Unstoppable Doom Patrol #2. I'm spotlighting this for a couple different reasons. Chiefly among them, we haven't gotten #1 yet. So if you're interested in Doom Patrol, make sure you get those orders in for this one. But do be aware, this is a special glow-in-the-dark cover. This is the only one that's on FOC this week. And this is a glow-in-the-dark cover by Jeff Spokes. Has a cover price of $4.99 and just needs that extra lead time. So we'll probably get FOC on all the regular covers of Unstoppable Doom Patrol #2 on next week's final orders. Next up on Last Call for special orders is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Lost Years Director's Cut #1. This is a director's cut style reprinting of the first issue. This will be in a standard trim size and will have original content newly paired with never-before-seen artifacts from the desks of creators Kevin Eastman, S.L. Gallant, and Ben Bishop. That will be available on April 26th and has a cover price of $5.99. And then we have a B cover to the same director's cut. This is a wraparound cover, black and white version of the Kevin Eastman art. Also shipping on April 26th with a cover price of $5.99. Next up in Last Call for special items, we have a few of the Alex Ross Timeless variants. This is the variant for Spider-Man 24. Amazing Spider-Man 24, pardon me, by Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. on the interiors. This Alex Ross cover is featuring the Vulture. Another of the Timeless variants featuring Sandman on the Red Goblin #3. And I think that's all of the Timeless Alex Ross villain variants that I have in this segment. I do have a few more in the Last Call for #1s. We'll look at that in a second. That's it for Last Call for special items. Next up is Last Call for graphic novels. Original graphic novels from publishers big and small. Classic trade paperbacks coming back to print. Last Call for graphic novels is here so you don't miss out on these exciting stories. I don't get my cover zoom there. That's a bummer. Ooh, maybe if I do that. There it is. Hooray. Okay, first up on last call for graphic novels, we have Year Zero graphic novel Volume 0. This collects the recent miniseries, 5 issues in all, by Daniel Kraus and artist Goran Sudzuka, with this cover art by Carrie Andrews, shipping on April 26th with a cover price of $9.99. Ooh, that's a good price. Uh-oh. That guy's got some gravy on his face. Next up is Firefly, Return to the Earth. That was graphic novel volume 1. I believe this is the first time in softcover. Hi. New characters, new enemies, a new era starts here. For the first time, it's the most demanded Firefly story ever, as the series jumps forward in time after the battle with the Reavers that left Wash and Book dead. By writer Greg Peck and artist Pius Bach, with this cover by Bengal from Boom Studios on June 14th. At a cover price of $17.99. Firefly, Return to the Earth. That was. Get your orders in now. I think this is due on Monday, March 20th. That looks right. Yeah, get these orders in by Monday, March 20th. Next up is the hardcover collection of the recent Batman White Knight volume called Batman Beyond the White Knight by Sean Gordon Murphy. This collects the 8-issue miniseries along with the 2-issue miniseries called Batman White Knight Presents Red Hood. I think there was different creators on that, but they're not listed. Batman Beyond the White Knight hardcover. Also from DC Comics, we get Static Season 1. This is the first time in softcover, created by, produced by the writer Vita Ayala, with art by Nicholas Draper Ivy, and this cover by Carrie Randolph, shipping on May 30th, with a cover price of $19.99. Static Season 1. Yeah, that looks a little better. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, next up. Also from DC, here's a fun one. This is the Superman 78 and Batman 89 graphic novel box set. This features a very cool cardboard wraparound sleeve for this box set, featuring art from the covers of both of those graphic novels wrapped up in there. And the spines are kind of stylistically towards a VHS box design. Very cool from DC Comics, and a whole bunch of folks, including, let's see, Batman screenwriter Sam Hamm and artist Joe Quinones, and Robert Venditti with Wilfredo Torres, the Superman 78 Batman 89 graphic novel box set, available on September 5th, with a cover price of $49.99. Little pricey for the shelf, so if you want a copy, get your order in by Monday, March 20th. Here's a new graphic novel coming up from Image Comics. This is called 3 Keys, collecting the recent series first arc called 3 Keys. This is 1 through 5, right. Let's see. This is an apocalyptic tale that's Calvin and Hobbes meets Lovecraft if Calvin was an opinionated comic shop employee and Hobbes was an extra-dimensional warrior, And Lovecraftian creatures attacked an unsuspecting modern-day New York City, from creator David Messina and Image Comics, shipping on April 26th with a cover price of $19.99. Orders due this Monday. And we got one from Marvel Comics. This is a new Epic Collection Volume 2, collecting the adventures of Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, from a whole host of creators, as well as Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, and Dick Ayers, with this Jack Kirby cover. A modest $39.99 cover price for 416 all-out war covered pages. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos Berlin Breakout, available on May 31st from Marvel Comics. Oh, hey, Mike Hilly's watching. Thanks for watching, Mike Hilly. Appreciate everybody watching and saying hey. And lastly, in last call for graphic novels, we have Bamba. This is a graphic novel from Osamu Tezuka, some would call manga. Let's see if I can get down to it. Let's see. Thematically rich yet instinctively relatable, Bamba deftly weaves an exploration of the complex nature of friendship and the lasting psychological ravages of war into its tale of love, jealousy, revenge, and redemption, from Osamu Tezuka, Vertical Incorporated, available on April 19th. This is Bamba. And that is it for last call for graphic novels. Next up is last call for new prints. Hot new comics selling out can be frustrating. Short print runs and skyrocketing back issue prices just complicate things. Last call for new printings is here, so you don't miss out a second time. We only have one item of interest for you this week, folks. Predator #1. Second print with this very cool cover by Bjorn Behrens is on FOC this weekend. By the way, I've got plenty of first prints on this one, so if you want this for the art, make sure to get your order in by Monday. Oh yeah, that was quick. Let's go on to the next segment here. All right. Last call for second issues. It's tricky for us to get our orders right on second issues. With no sales history, we tend to play it safe and order low. Last chance for second issues is here, so you can keep reading your favorite new series. Hey, it's Syntax Graphics. Thanks for watching. Let's see, last call for second issues. We've got a couple cool things to cover this week. We got a second issue for Maniac of New York. Don't call it a comeback. This book has been delayed by some issues that they've been having over at Aftershock Comics, but I'm very happy to see it's rescheduled and on FOC this week for shipping on April 12th. From creators Elliot Kalin and artist Andrea Muti from Aftershock Comics, Maniac of New York. Don't call it a comeback. Then we have Red Zone #2 from AWA Publishing and writer Cullen Bunn, with Mike Diodato on art and this Raza cover. A #2 for God Killer, for those I love, I will sacrifice, from Black Mass Comics. #1 came out a while ago. We'll see. Want to make sure you get this. Let me know. Then we have #2 for Multiversity Harley Screws Up the DCU. This is from writers Frank Thierry and writer Logan Ferber, with a cover by Amanda Connor. Get a couple different covers up there. Make sure to check those variants out through the Comic Hub portal. #1 didn't do real super great. It was fun, though. If you like the the goofy hijinks of Miss Quinn. Check it out. Get your orders in. And next up is Superman Lost #2 from writer Christopher Priest and artist Jason Paz and Carlos Pagulan. And this cover by Jason Paz and Pagulan. This was a good time. I read the first one. It was kind of interesting to be set in the current era where everything is happening all at once. But yeah, it was a fun Superman story. More mystery than action, but it's got a lot of action in there. Superman Lost #2 of 10. We get a second issue of Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures. We haven't gotten #1 yet, so if you're interested in this one, make sure you get your orders in, because I will be very conservative about this, because with no sales history, I cannot make a safe bet unless that bet is 0. Sorry, IDW. Fix up your shipping schedule. But to my customers, let me know if you want it. Love to make sure you get it. Same case with Ambassadors #2 from Image Comics and creators Mark Millar, and artist Carl Kerschel. This is the Carl Kerschel cover. We haven't gotten #1 yet, so orders are going to be conservative. Mark Millar's books have been selling out lately, though, so make sure you get your orders in. There's a couple variants for this. Check them out. Ooh, here's one. So this is kind of out of order here. I was going to point out the Phantom Road #2 is on FOC this week. But first, I'll show you that #1 is coming back to print. #1 sold out super quick. This book was highly anticipated. I ordered very high, and still everybody came in and gobbled it up, from Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Hernandez Walta. I think this is more or less the same cover with a different color logo. Phantom Road #1 second print. Get those orders in for #2. I think that's got a Jeff Lemire variant as well. Also in last call for second issues, we got a Hellcat #2 from Christopher Cantwell and artist Alex Linz with this Perry Perez cover. First issue was pretty fun. Very serious. Kind of touched on some substance abuse issues and some emotional health issues. So not for the light of heart, but definitely for those interested in sophisticated superhero adventures. Hellcat #2 of 5. We get a #2 for the recent miniseries New Mutants Lethal Legion from Charlie Jane Anders and Enid Ballum. And #2 from the excellent, this was my pick of the week this last week with #1. I'm looking forward to #2. This is from Peter Milligan and Mike Allred. We get Expanse, the Dragon Tooth. I wonder if I could do that. It might help. It helps a little. Sure. Okay. Expanse, the Dragon Tooth. Picking up after the final season. Oh, did I jump ahead too far already? Yeah, I'm doing #1s already. Let me backtrack a little bit here. Last call for first issues. Wondering what that new series is about? Interested in the beautiful selection of variant covers? Last call for first issues is here with new series pitches. Get your orders in. And rest assured, it will be here for you on release day. And our first issue on last call for first issues is Expanse, the Dragon Tooth #1. This is from writer Andy Diggle with art by Rubin. with a cover, this beautiful cover by Christian Ward, picking up after the final season of the acclaimed and beloved science fiction series, and filling in the missing years between the Expanse Babylon's Ashes and the Expanse Persepolis's Rising. The secret history of your favorite characters are revealed for the first time. Everything comes together in this epic 12-issue story, tying together the threads of the show and answering lingering questions that will bring readers and viewers alike far beyond the stellar horizon. Across this monumental maxi series, Superstar Comics writer Andy Diggle and artist Rubin broadens the Expanse universe in ways that will change how fans view the entire series forever. From writer Andy Diggle, artist Rubin, and Boom Studios, shipping on April 19th, is Expanse, the Dragontooth 1 of 12. Get that B cover by Young Joy Yoon. Next up is a new 007 series from Dynamite Entertainment. An all-new nail-biting Bond mission from superstar Philip Kennedy Johnson and Giorgio Spalletta. Accused of murder on British soil, James Bond has been branded a traitor by his own government as M sends the entire 00 mission after 007. Bond must go underground with only one ally, Gwendolyn Gann, 003, another traitor, presumably dead, secretly on a clandestine mission with global implications. 007 for King and Country, from Dynamite Entertainment writer Philip Kennedy Johnson, artist Giorgio Spalletta, and a host of cover artists, including this Joseph Michael Linsner cover, Rebecca Puebla, Chuma Hill. Ooh, this Chuma Hill is very nice. And, of course, Lyrics Lee from Dynamite Entertainment. Next up on Last Call for First Issues is the Great British Bump Off from Dark Horse Comics, writer John Allison and artist Max Sarin. An Agatha Christie style, let me see, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3. An Agatha Christie style murder mystery set in the world of English competitive baking from Giant Days writer John Allison and artist Max Sarin. When she enters her country's most beloved baking competition, Shauna Wickle's goal is to delight the judges, charm the nation, and make a few friends along the way. But when a fellow contestant is poisoned, it falls to her to apprehend the culprit while avoiding premature elimination from the UK bakery tent and being the poisoner's next victim. From Dark Horse Publishing, Dark Horse Comics, this is the Great British Bump Off. We've got various covers here. This A cover is from John Allison. The B is from superstar artist Dan Hipp. Love those textures. And, of course, one of our favorites, Jill Thompson, with this morbid and most delicious designed cake of death. The Great British Bump Off. Next up on Last Call for First Issues is the Rocketeer one-shot. This is by writer Danny Bilson with art and this cover by Adam Hughes. It's a wall-to-wall adventure in a trio of Rocketeer stories in this terrific all-new special First, the writers of the Rocketeer film, Danny Bilson and Paul DeMeo, and illustrator Adam Hughes bring us a tale featuring pioneering aviator Amelia Earhart. Second, Robert Wyndham and Jay Lee craft a story of Rocketeer fighting a Japanese Zero in the South Pacific. And the third entry is by Calvin Mao and artist extraordinaire Craig Cermak. While on a date with Betty, our man Cliff encounters a vaguely familiar adventurer archaeologist. What kind of trouble will this spell for our hero? You'll have to grab a copy of this special one-off issue to find out. From IDW Publishing. Writers, all kind of creators. We've got these different covers from Gabriel Hernandez, and of course this A cover by Adam Hughes, Rocketeer one-shot from IDW Comics. That is shipping on May 31st with a final order cutoff date of March 20th. Get those orders in through Comichub. Next up, we have a new 3-issue miniseries from Image Comics and creators Jerry Duggan and Scott Koblish. This is a interestingly titled kaiju comic. I think they misspelled kaiju, though. The Giant Cockju from Jerry Duggan and Scott Koblish. The despicable Deadpool team reunites to give the world the giant monster attack story that movies and TV are too squeamish to show you. This is a tale of woe about a monster with physical needs. It needs a bathroom. It needs food, too. And most unfortunately, it needs sexual satisfaction. The only thing standing in its way are the men and women of science. We're proudly flying our M rating for violence, mild gore, sexual situations, nudity, dudity, turds, comedy, and turds, drama, and some very tasteful swearing. This from creators Jerry Duggan and Scott Koblish. We got this A cover by Scott Koblish and the B cover by Gary Brown, the Giant Cockju from Image Comics. And also from Image Comics, we get a new series from superstar writer James Tynion IV and artist Fernando Blanco. In 1999, Gabriel and his friends discovered the Undernet. Seriously? A secret architecture to the internet. They charted their exploration on a message board called the World Tree. Then they lost control. Someone broke into World Tree. Someone who welcomed the violent hold the Undernet had on them. How many of these covers? Just 2 covers? Okay, cool. At great personal cost, Gabriel and the others thought they sealed the Undernet away for good. They were wrong, and now they will know the meaning of it's Fear, the next major horror outing from multiple Eisner Award winner writer James Tynion. That gentleman of the Department of Truth, The Nice House on the Lake, and of course Fernando Blanco, artist of Detective Comics, along with Eisner-winning colorist Jordi Belair. We also have this A cover by Fernando Blanco, which I'm not going to zoom in on. That's up to you. And this B cover by David Aja, which is beautiful. World Tree, #1 from David Aja. I'm guessing that searching this might be a little bit weird because they're swapping out the letters for the numbers and everything. So it is under W in the last call for confirmed orders carousel this week from Image Comics. Orders due by Monday the 20th. Next up from Mad Cave Studios is a new series called Exorcists Never Die. Exorcists, pardon me, Never Die. Sid Miller and Alan Blair are the world's two premier exorcists. How many covers do I have here? Just the two. All right. The only problem, after a nuclear breakup years ago, they can't stand each other. But when the biggest soul auction in history kicks off beneath Los Angeles, Sid and Ellen have no choice but to come together to raid the Hellscraper. Hellscraper, an infernal tower going straight down into the earth. With thousands of souls on the line, Sid and Ellen must fight their way to the bottom or die trying. Look, there they are. They're dying right there in front of us. Exorcists Never Die from Mad Cave Studios writer Steve Orlando with art by Sebastian Perez. And this cover by Paul Fry. And that swell cover by Sebastian Perez. Get those orders in by Monday. And from DC Comics, we get this sequel to the recent Sandman Universe Nightmare Country. This one called The Glass House. Also from James Tynion and artist Lissandro Esteran. The Corinthian has been turned loose. The Corinthian has been turned loose on our realm once more, and this time he sets his sights on the very root of rapacious American capitalism, Silicon Valley. His relentless pursuit of the smiling man will carve a bloody path from the C-suite of profit capital to the bowels of a nightmare nightclub. Pardon me. Of a demonic nightclub. And no one will be safe from his reach. Not Ken, living large in the Bay Area since parting ways with Barbie all those years ago. Not Max, a nervous hedge fund manager on the rise who's never quite fit anywhere. Not anyone. Multiple Eisner Award winner James Tynion, who we just heard about, reunites with his superstar horror artist Lissandro Esteran to bring you the nightmare-fueled follow-up you've been craving. A tale that will plumb the bottomless depths of our yearning for more of the heart of the American dream. Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country, The Glass House. We got this cover by Reiko Murakami. We got a B cover by Rod Reese for an extra $1. And we got this swell wraparound cover by, of course, Yoshitaka Amano. That's beautiful. Available on April 11th. Get those orders in, especially for those variant covers. Please, please, please. Make sure I order enough of those variant covers for you. Sandman Universe. Next up, Avengers. Avengers Assemble Omega. This is the final chapter, the grand, oversized finale of the most epic battle in the history of Earth's mightiest heroes. We got this cover by Aaron Cooter, who does not do interiors. Interiors is by Javier Garron. This wraparound cover is going to zoom in pretty close, so looks pretty swell. Oh, and then it won't. There it is. Love that Aaron Cooter art. It's a good ensemble shot. And then, of course, we have the Alex Ross Timeless variant cover. Along with being the final issue of Jason Aaron's 5-year Avengers run, this features an all-star cavalcade of artists, a veritable smorgasbord of Avengers, and a few last emotional gut punches in the mighty Marvel manner. We got this cover by Steve Scroce, and this, I guess that's it. Yeah. So we got those 3 covers to show you by Aaron Cooter. Oops. There we are. By Aaron Cooter. We got the Alex Ross Timeless variant. And we got this Steve Scroce variant. All of these ship on April 19th with a cover price of $7.99 and a page count of 72 pages. This big old honker is the end cap of Jason Aaron's Wild Ride. Wild Ride. I've been enjoying that series. Much looking forward to the epic conclusion. Also from Marvel Comics, we've got this Captain America Unforgiven. This is a #1, but it's a one-shot. It's one of those weird one-shot series. I didn't order any of the first ones for the shelf because it's kind of hard to pitch these. So if you're interested in it, make sure you get those orders in. This is written by Tim Seeley, and Sid Kotian is doing the art. It's got this Kyle Hotz cover. Something I'm definitely getting for the shelf. The Rocket Raccoon Marvel Tales #1. Marvel Tales format is a nice economical reprinting of a smaller storyline that won't quite fill out a graphic novel, but it works perfectly for this Marvel Tales format. It's 104 pages for just $7.99, and this one features the debut. I guess it's the debut. Sure. I don't know if Rocket Raccoon popped up anywhere else. Oops. I guess that's it for the covers. Anyways, okay, Rocket Raccoon. This collects. This shines a spotlight on fan favorite characters, featuring timeless stories and highlights some of Marvel's most impressive talent from the past 8 decades. In Rocket Raccoon, this collects the first 4-issue miniseries by writer Bill Mantlo, teamed with superstar in waiting Mike Mignola, to present Rocket's first solo adventure as guardian of the Keystone Quadrant. When Rocket's girlfriend Lila is captured by the mercenary Blackjack O'Hare and held captive by Lord Divine, right? By Lord Divine, one of the most powerful creatures on Half-World. It's up to the galaxy's deadliest weapon, the deadliest weapons expert, to go in guns a-blazing and save the day. And that's, of course, Rocket Raccoon, with this beautiful cover by Nick Bradshaw and amazing interiors by a very early career Mike Mignola, written by a legendary writer Bill Mantlo. Rocket Raccoon, Marvel Tales #1, available on April 26th. And finally, from Marvel, we get this 5-issue miniseries, first issue of which is shipping on April 19th from creators Ron Mars and Ron Lim. Adam Warlock Rebirth. Adam Warlock was created to be the perfect human specimen. Since then, Adam has gone on to be a cosmic savior, defending the galaxy. Let's do that. Yeah. Defending the galaxy from the likes of Thanos, the Universal Church of Truth, and the Magus. But what will happen when the next evolution of Warlock emerges? Someone who is stronger, faster, and smarter than Adam. Don't miss the untold story of Adam Warlock and the Infinity Watch as Ron Mars and Ron Lim introduce a new character that will forever impact Warlock's legacy. We got this Ron Lim cover on A. We have a Alex Ross Timeless variant featuring Thanos. Got a Alan Ross variant, very nice. And this one featuring Howard the Duck by interior artist Ron Lim. Warlock Rebirth #1 from Marvel Comics, Ron Mars, and artist Ron Lim is the final book on this one. There it is. Last call for first issues. That wraps up our spotlight on last call for confirmed orders. Yeah, there I am. Remember, the deadline on last call for confirmed orders are Sunday at 5 p.m. for DC Comics. There's a few other publishers that are exclusive through that publisher, that distributor, like Mercenary Comics, but not a whole lot. Mostly DC. Get those orders in by Sunday at 5 p.m. And everything else should be cool for Monday at 5 p.m. That's this Monday, March 20th. Get those orders in through Comichub. Let's see here. What's next? So let's see. Last call for events. Next. No, that one. Let's do that. That's the one. Next thing on our schedule is BrainScan live here on YouTube Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., where we preview all of the new releases coming out on Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. And, of course, before that, this Monday, March 20th, is our monthly Brain Candy put together by Emerging Writers Network. Brain Candy is a free live program of prose, music, poetry, and visual art curated by the Emerging Writers Network. This month's featured artists are Aaron Pineda, poet Aaron Pineda, prose writer Drew Pineda, musician Anthony Retka, and visual artist Anna Van Schaap. That is all on this Monday, March 20th at 7 p.m. Brain Candy is absolutely free. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Brain Candy is absolutely free, and we will be staying open late that evening until 9 o'clock to welcome all of you culture fans. One word, I'm not going to be live streaming that. I will be recording it and posting it at a later date to ensure quality. So if you're not able to make it that Monday, we will post that video for Brain Candy here on YouTube as quickly as possible. I'll try and stay within that first week. And that about does it. Yeah, here we are. So thanks for joining us on Last Call Live, broadcasting live from Studio G in Green Braid Comics, smack dab in the middle of beautiful East Downtown Dearborn. Last Call live streams most Saturdays live at 11 a.m. and are archived right here on our YouTube channel. Be sure to check out our other live stream, BrainScan, where we show off all the new releases for each week live on Tuesday at 6:30. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. On Twitter at GreenBrainCMX. All the links to our shopping cart website and Comichub are below in the comments. And remember that we are spreading the love. Let me see if I can... Wait, let me get this music going first. Here we are. And remember that we are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics.